Welcome back to Stirring the Tea with your hosts, Meg
and Jacob.
Whee!
Usually do it the other way around.
Sorry.
That's all right. But
welcome back, guys, to our brand new episode, Stirring the Tea. We've been gone a while, but we are back and ready as ever, aren't we?
that's right. I mean, because because obviously it was Valentine's Day, was meant to film. You came to me.
Well, we did actually film a pod, but I just kicked off because I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah, do you know what? I genuinely forgot about saying that. Yeah, we did genuinely film a pod. Had it all out. I edited and everything. Got everything all ready. Was going about to do all the TikToks for it.
Yeah, you literally.
She watched it all back and went, "Yeah, I don't like it."
And it was I just didn't like me. I was so tired when we filmed it. We filmed it really late, and it was like in the middle of
you did
like
have,
a
yeah,
week.
You did
And
have.
I was like,
You had food, then you had a nap, and then we did the pod.
I was half asleep. I was literally just sat there like, yeah. So when I watched it back, I was like, no, that can't go anywhere. That's awful.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we did have a pod filmed, but that got scrapped. And then it was Valentine's. We were going to film, but we just ended up having a good. Well, that was going to sound weird.
Yeah, we
having a good time. No, we just things came up and we didn't have time.
Yeah,
again.
I mean, because like we said, like, you came to me.
Yeah.
Like down my ends, and what was it? Yeah, we was going to film a pod, but my mum said, "Oh, we're watching Gladiators at Joe's and Cara's, which is my brother and my sister-in-law, with the kids." And I was like, I'm in an hour, and I was like, oh, I do need to film a pod, but then it's Valentine's Day. I want it to be nice and like, you know.
It was the day after Valentine's Day, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, true. But for us, it was like that was our Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
So I was like, do you know what? I want to just meet my brother and like the kids as well.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not? So we went down there and watched a bit of Gladiators.
Yeah, that was a good night.
Yeah, and yeah.
So anyway, in today's pod, we've not really like actually introduced ourselves properly, have we? So we were gonna kind of talk a little bit just about like growing up and
just ourselves, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just this is us episode.
And yeah, all about us.
Yeah.
And then like go into like how we met, I guess, and like from there.
How it became what we are now, really, and starting this, really, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
This is just for everyone that's probably like seen it and been like,
yeah,
they're starting a pod.
What's going on?
But yeah, I mean, before we even start, we've got a new tea to try out. We did try it on another pod. I said another pod. We did try it on the one that we did film, but I'm going to insert it on the next episode.
That was a different flavour though.
It was a different flavour, so I'm going to insert it into the next episode because we've only bought one Flavoured Tea for this, well, kind of day, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this one, what is it? This Tetley's Tea digestive biscuit.
Tetley's digestive biscuit tea.
And the last one was a
Yorkshire tea caramelised biscuit.
But again, if you want to know about that one, it's on the other episode.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll hear our description about it. But this one, yeah, Tetley's Tea digestive biscuit. So we've got our mugs with us. So obviously for the audio listeners, we've still got our Stirring the Tea mugs as well.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Nice little merch that you kind of made, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Is it really hot?
It's not hot, but straight away you can. If I'm honest, that takes me back to.
It does smell like I've dropped a biscuit in my tea.
Yeah, for me that takes me back to my nan.
Oh okay.
Like going to my nan's, having a cup of tea
and a biscuit.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That takes me back, and I like that.
What
That's
biscuits
like
did you nan have?
It was generally digestive biscuits and like the chocolate ones on top.
Have you had the chocolate digestives that have the caramel in the middle?
No.
Oh, they're so
Is there a thing?
Yeah, they're elite. They're still a thing.
Didn't even know there was a thing.
Yeah, they're so good.
But like my nan as well, my mum's mum, she had in the middle of, so she had a coffee table in the middle of the front room, and in the middle was just a massive bowl of sweets, and it would be like
empty by the time you left.
Well, I mean, it'd be half gone because it would be me and my mum sat on the sofa, but like you'll have like heroes, celebrations, quality streets, like all proper sweets like in the bowl, and obviously we're just going to take a few and we'll do another one, and me and mum would just keep going in, and we're like, we need to stop. Like, but you can't help it because they're just there. But yeah, that smell, that's why it takes me back.
Okay, should we try
But
it?
yeah, I'm just gonna stop yapping and try.
I think it's too hot. That's really nice.
Do you know what? It's like the other one that I said about with the.
I feel like I prefer this one.
Really?
A little bit. I think they're very similar, but I think I prefer
See, this
slightly.
one, I get like the taste now. Takes me back to my other nan. Because my mum's mum, she lived in Hastings, but my other nan, she lives in Bexhill. And it takes me back just sitting on a couch with her and my granddad and just watching TV and like having the cats there.
The cat.
Yeah, she had like 3-4 cats. And then like having my great nana coming, that takes me back.
That's
a
nice.
great taste.
I'm rating that high. What did we rate the other one?
Now I rated the other one an 8 and you rated it a 7. Or it might be the other way around. Either or, because I remember in the middle it was 7.5, I remember.
Okay.
I'm rating this a 9.
A 9.
Yeah, this is a 9 for me.
This is so good.
This is a great one. So Tetley, mate, you've done yourself there.
They've done well.
Done really well.
Okay, well there we go. That was today's
But
tea.
do you know what, actually? I wanna, if anyone else is like the people that are listening, like audio listeners and people that watch YouTube, I wanna see in the comments as well, like their what do you call it? Their suggestions of what tea we should try next.
Yeah.
That'd be quite good.
Yeah.
Like obviously you've got your green tea and all
Please
stuff like
don't make
that.
us try that.
But I want to hear like the
If
wildest.
anyone's tried anything cool,
Yeah.
let us know and we'll try and find it.
Like the wildest flavour that's out there, or like the weirdest. That's
There's like
ooh.
candy floss flavoured tea. That'd be a bit of us. You'd love that.
Do you know what I want to do? Like, I'd love for us to like look on Amazon and get massive like boxes full of like loads of different flavours, and then just go through them.
Do you know what we should have? Like, I've got a great idea. We should do like a tea roulette. So like, I would like order a load of flavours.
Yeah.
I'd like make you like 5 teas or whatever, and you'd have to guess like what flavour they were.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's a
isn't it?
TikTok idea. That.
When you see that on our TikTok,
Yeah.
that was my idea.
That's a great TikTok idea actually.
Well, there we go.
That's great for stirring the pot TikTok.
Stir in the pod.
Stirring the tea TikTok. I'm losing it a minute.
Stir in the pod. Okay, well, should we get on to what we were
Yeah.
planning on chatting about today?
So obviously you said about we agreed that this episode is about us.
Just a little intro into our lives.
So I think we're gonna take it like right back,
Yeah.
especially because with you.
Probably the only interesting that's ever happened to me was the day I was born. So.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, no, I didn't mean like that. No, because I meant it as in like because when you came to this job, and I remember everyone was all in the front room area, and everyone was saying like what each of them have got or something. Like not
what disabilities we've all got.
That's what, yeah, like that. Like they were saying that they've got like, it's weird that they were saying that it's weird that at least
most
people
have one
thing,
kind of hidden disability that no one would know.
And I looked at you and I went, Meg's disabled.
Are you not going to pipe it up?
And they all went, what? And you was like, oh, alright then.
Thanks a lot.
But yeah, no. I mean, my mum didn't believe me when I told her.
No, she didn't, did she?
No, so...
But to be fair, that is because you're always...
chatting shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't blame her for not believing you. I probably wouldn't believe you either.
No, but yeah, no, explain what the... Is it, would you call it class as disability?
Well, yeah, I guess so. So, I'm, like, diagnosed with Horner syndrome, Erb's palsy, and scoliosis. Are you okay? Please share what is so funny. You're such a dick. Why are you laughing at me already? I got a sentence in. What's that noise? You're disgusting. I just heard you spit
No,
that out.
I didn't spit it all out. I promise. I didn't spit it all out. I swallowed
You
most
just
of it.
backwash that to fuck.
No, but it was spilling out, but most of it I did swallow. I promise. I promise.
Oh,
I
okay.
promise. Don't even. No, it's because. What was the word that you said that he was diagnosed?
Palsy.
No, there was another one that said to H.
Horner syndrome.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
No,
Horner syndrome?
because I was taking a sip straight away. I don't know why my head went there. It just sounded like horny, and it's syndrome. So it just sounds like you're just horny all the time. It's not funny now. I've said it, but it was funny in my head.
Okay, so anyway.
I've just done a sound joke there.
Oh, someone's gonna love that.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So there was
Sorry. Please carry on.
It all started when my mum was rushed in for an emergency C-section because I was like 2 weeks late. And when she got there, I was like upside down, living life. I can still see you laughing.
I was just trying. Do you know when you?
This is gonna take so long.
You explain.
This is why our episodes are an hour.
No, but it's when like you can't, when you're not supposed to laugh, but it's more funnier when you don't laugh. Do you know what I mean?
You're crying.
Yeah.
I can see tears in your
trying
eyes.
to hold it back to let you talk.
For fuck's sake. Anyway, so I was upside down and they were like, fuck, we need to get this baby out. So then they rushed me. I can see you. They rushed my mum into, oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, but this just looks really bad on me now.
Yeah, you look nasty.
Like, it's like, it makes me look like I'm laughing at
Can I please get to the end?
But I'm not. It's just because of the word that you said.
Oh my god, anyway, emergency C-section,
the
rushed
child.
in to get surgery. She had like a student nurse and they didn't cut the hole in her tummy big enough. So as she was pulling me out, the hole wasn't big enough and she ripped all of the nerves from my left arm all the way like on the left side of my body to my eye. So basically when I was born, the left side of me was like my left arm and everything was paralysed and my left eye was closed shut. And then like as I think it was like as I got to like 6 months old, my eye started like really slowly opening and I started to gain movement and strength in my arm and stuff. So it became slightly more normal. Maybe no.
What?
Why did I think that was a good idea?
What?
I was about to say maybe I'll let you insert a photo of me as a baby, but that's the worst idea I've ever had in my life.
Sorry, what?
To see my eye, but it's so ugly that's not happening. So,
I don't think I've seen one.
You must have.
I haven't.
I'm sure I've shown you a
Debbie,
photo.
if you're listening, please, I want to see that photo.
No, it's ugly and you'll
No,
believe
I
me
want to
for
see
it.
it. I want to see it.
You're laughing about Horner syndrome. You'll be fucking laughing when you see me as a
because
baby.
it just sounded like horny, that's all, and I was just being a child. That's just my brain.
So anyway, that was me as a kid. And then when my eye eventually did open, because all babies are born with blue eyes, right? And then as they develop...
Are they?
Yeah, all babies are born with blue eyes. And then they slowly develop within like the first kind of 6 months. So my right eye, because it was normal, just went brown as it was like meant, like as my genetics, you know, wanted it to be. But my left eye, because it didn't develop properly, it only got to like a bluey green and then gave up trying. So this eye's green / blue, this one's brown. And this one, the pupil doesn't dilate and my eye's just not as big because it was shut and didn't open like fully. So that's why I get like funny in like photos or videos because my eyes look different sizes. Because she's a disabled gal. Well, and now basically I have no feeling from like halfway down my pinky, along the inside of my arm, my back and my chest to like halfway down.
Wait, you say halfway down your pinky? So can you feel the top bit?
I can feel the tip slightly. It gets like less and less and then there I can't feel it at all. And then I have no feeling down all of here, down the inside of my arm, armpit, back, chest to like halfway. And it literally goes straight halfway and then straight halfway.
Yeah, because when I was in Turkey, if you got like really hot and sweaty,
yes,
like your face would go red, but only half of your face went red, didn't it?
So that's one of the other things, because like the nerve endings in the left hand side like aren't there, or like I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor, but whatever. There's nerve damage on the left hand side. So like if I get really hot and sweaty, I'll get like a straight line, well like a quarter basically. so this quarter will stay like pale and dry, and the rest of me will go red and sweaty.
No, but you've got a photo where it's full on, dead
straight
on straight.
line. Yeah.
Like even that whole side is complete. It's like you've still got makeup done and everything.
Yeah,
like,
so like we'd come off from a show, and
just...
this side of my face would be perfect. Like my makeup would like be like I'd just done it, and this side would be absolutely dripping down with like mascara, lashes, glitter falling off.
I've never seen it.
And this side was like pristine. And yeah, so like my left side's a lot weaker, so I can't like put my fingers together, and it's just like a lot weaker in general.
Great, because you can't do the middle finger at me, can you?
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only interesting thing about me though. What happened to you as a kid that was interesting? Oh, and it gave me scoliosis. Okay, next. I forgot about that.
I mean, no, I didn't really. I remember asking my mum like, "Oh, how was I born?" And she just put back this same as the other three. So that's it. I'm just
what, just like normal birth?
Yeah, not really interesting.
Boring.
But, I mean, they say. I mean, my nan that lives in Bexhill. Like, I was thinking this actually because when I said two different nans, we've got Nanny B and Nanny H.
Right.
Nanny B means Nanny in Bexhill. Nanny H, Nanny in
Hastings.
See. So yeah, Nanny B, she had this wine bottle, and I can't remember if it had the candle wax that was dripping down it, but because they used the wine bottle, put the candle on and light the candle, or wax, whatever. But yeah, she had this like wine bottle kind of thing, and it had Jacob's Creeks, and she's made me believe that I was named after a wine bottle. Now take that as you will. Huh?
My dad would love that.
Yeah, but take that as you will, because like a wine bottle in hospital, and they've looked at it and gone, "Oh yeah, we'll name Jacob." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the wine wasn't in hospital.
Apparently so. Well, apparently it was. That's what my nan says. I don't know. I don't know where they got the name Jacob from, if I'm honest. But they were going to call me Liam.
I was about to say, did you have any other names, or do you know what you would have been called if you were a girl or anything?
No, I want to ask my mum, but I keep forgetting to.
Because I'm sure my parents said if I was a boy, I was going to be a Harrison, and my mum wanted to call me Rebecca, but my dad said no because he had an ex-girlfriend called Rebecca. So Megan it was.
That's brilliant. That's hilarious. But
I could see you as a Liam, to be fair.
Nah, I think because it just fits.
Well, you're more of a Jacob, but like...
Yeah, I mean, but then you can't go wrong with the JLM.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was Liam, it'll be L something M. That's my middle name. That's why it's my middle name.
Oh right, yeah.
So yeah, so it works better with
LJM.
Liam Jacob Murphy. Nah, JLM sounds better. JLM. It just rolls off the tongue. JLM. But no, not really. Nothing really interesting happened with me. Like,
what about in school? You must have some funny sort of like stories from school. To be fair, your family were talking about a funny one.
What?
Just like about when you had to get your brother like off the bus.
No, yeah, that was when I was in secondary school, and yeah, I mean, through school, I mean, I weren't the popular kid. I weren't the nerdy kid. I weren't
just friends with everyone.
No.
Oh.
The bullied kid.
Oh.
Just to put it bluntly, like I was, no, like I was bullied, like literally from, I don't know, and then as soon as I can remember, really.
That's really sad.
Literally, throughout every single year, I was bullied, even going into high school, because I thought, most of them had gone to.
What were you bullied about?
The other high school, and I was going to the high school that I went to. It was just about everything. It was just because I obviously liked
dancing and singing.
Dancing and singing, and because I had like really long hair. Because at that time,
you Justin Bieber hair.
It was more Troy Bolton.
Troy Bolton, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously High School Musical and that came out, and yeah, I just got mainly bullied with that.
So did you enjoy school or not really then?
I mean, I always still went back. Like, it didn't really.
Well, I don't think you had a choice.
Well, no, obviously. I don't think it really. I think it did affect me, but not as much as.
You were very chilled.
Like,
you wouldn't let it
Yeah, I was just
You don't really take stuff to heart.
Yeah, but I mean, there was days where my mum would be going into the school because of something that happened, and it was constant, and it was like ridiculous, and there would be one for especially primary school. If I'm talking to like primary school wise, there was one moment where I would I vividly like proper remember, and it was when we was playing Bulldog.
That game fucking terrified me. I did not take part in Bulldog.
I loved it, but we didn't do like takedown Bulldog. We just did just generic Bulldog where you just 1, 2, 3 Bulldog, and then they would join the team. Now we had a massive field, so we did it in the field, and I got someone, and they were saying no you didn't. I was like, well, I did because I got you before you went past the line, blah blah. And then everyone else started like joining and saying, no you didn't. I was like, oh, do you know what, whatever. Or I was like, and I got really mad about it, like, because I'm quite competitive.
Yeah. So
I got really quite angry about it. So I went off. I was like, oh, do you know what? And I remember just sitting down somewhere in the middle of the field, and they just all came round me and gathered me and sung. I think it was the Lonely song.
Lonely song.
Do you know the how was it? Lonely, I'm so lonely. I think it was that. And it was something, but they were singing or saying something around me. But that's the only song that can come to my head that they would sing.
It was something like that.
Yeah, because they said like lonely or something like that. And I just got up and I went, oh fuck off, and just went, and they carried on following me. I can't remember what happened afterwards. I think it was one of the teachers when I saw or whatever, and I got in trouble for it because.
Huh?
Yeah, I remember. I think I got in trouble because I told them to fuck off.
Fucking too right.
And because when I told my mum what happened, my mum was baffled.
My mum would have hit the roof.
My mum was. That's the school. The primary school I went to was awful. It was generally awful, and because my little brother went there as well. Not because he went there. That sounds bad. But yeah, my little brother went there as well. And there was a time where there was this fun fair going on, and him and his mate, well, ex-mate, should I say, they're having, I think it was a tickle fight or whatever. But it sounds weird, but they were like, obviously they were like year 2.
Yeah.
And like they were having like a little play fight or whatever, and they were tickling and something, and the teacher told him to stop, and pulled Egg out.
Oh, right, yeah.
And like said, right, and then took him to the side and put him on the patio and said, right, you're going to take like a few minutes or whatever. And what I remember my mum saying to me, she's like, where's Egg? And I told her, I was like, oh, he's over there. She's like, why? I was like, oh, got in trouble. And then my mum went to the teacher, was like, so what's happened? The teacher said, Egg was saying, no, I was like tickling, And mum just went, right, Egg, come on. And just took him.
Yeah.
She was like, you don't do that, and just took him away. I was like, fair play. Do you know what? I just realised because I'm saying Egg, they're not going to realise why I'm saying Egg as well. So going back to, like, you're saying birth or kids, whatever.
When you were kids, yeah.
This is when I was like 2 years old. Now I could not speak properly. Like, when I say I couldn't speak properly, and I would say Joseph does the best impression of me, because I would come back from school, and they'll be like, oh, Jacob, what did you do today? All right, yeah. Egg, what did you do today? Well, we did a bit of colouring, we did a bit of maths. All right. Jacob, what was it you did again? Like, that's how I spoke.
I don't think anything has changed.
Right. But no, that does that still does happen now. Well, my mum now and then will be like,
"What the fuck did you just try and say?"
My mum and my brother will look at each other like, "What have you just tried to say?" And I'll be like, "No, I did say it."
What is it you tried to say in the last pod?
Fire extinguisher. Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That's quite funny.
But yeah, that's how I spoke. So bear in mind I was 2, my brother's like been born, and obviously his name's Isaac. And so then when I've seen him, for some reason I just couldn't say Isaac, and it came out as Egg. It was egg, and it just stuck. But now my mum's changed it to Peggy. So now it's Eggy, Egg, Peggy. That's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So
Peggy's probably the worst one.
well, I think that even started because my mum, I think my niece Sienna, they started doing a song called Eggy Peggy, Eggy Peggy, Eggy Peggy, Eggy Peggy, Eggy Peggy, Peggy Boo. That's that was the song.
Peggy Boo.
Yeah, that was like, so it just that for him that's just stuck, and now, which is weird because it's now below us generation, so like my niece and nephews and that they all know, they just know him as Egg, Uncle Egg. And it's weird if anyone else says Isaac.
Yeah.
Because someone said it at the meal.
I've never heard any of you call him Isaac.
Someone said it as a in the family meal the other day. Well, birthday meal. That was it. It was Joseph, and he went, "Isaac, would you like to join me and Franco on a nice little gathering outside?"
Oh, right. Yeah.
And Egg was going, "Just call me Isaac. That's weird." Like even he thinks it's weird. Like if we call him it, but I think if his friends call him Isaac, that's fair.
Yeah.
Family-wise, we all call him Egg. But yeah, that's like mainly.
What other words could you not say when you were little? I remember when I was little, I couldn't say yellow. I used to say lello, I think.
See, mine was just the whole
everything
dictionary. Like, there's a video of when I was a kid on a train, and I'm going, look, rabbit, rabbit, look at the train, rabbit. I'm on a train pointing at outside because there's a rabbit. I know what I'm saying.
No one else
has got an absolute clue what I'm saying. I mean, I made some friends in secondary school. One of my old best mate, Josh, because I went to one primary school. Oh, I didn't say this. Yeah, I went one secondary school, but it was me and him, and someone else. We was all playing Power Rangers, and that's how me and my mate got good mates. This is how we became friends, and we got told off. So his mum came in, and my nan came in, I think, and then for some reason I left that school to go to the school that I was the other primary school that I was at. But yeah, then when it came to secondary school, I saw him. I was like, Josh,
my friend.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't seen him in years. So yeah, I was alright. Like I was alright through secondary school. I mean, I still got it then and there.
I had one. There was one kid in secondary school that.
Was you like in the popular group, nerdy group, or? In
primary school, well, I went to loads of schools. In like my last primary school, or no, my last one was Jersey. In one of my primary schools, I was kind of in the popular group, and then in secondary school I wasn't. I was just, because then I moved away to Jersey.
Yeah.
And everyone, that was like during year 6. So then when everyone was like back in secondary school, they'd all like had like their year 6 friendship groups where I was like away in Jersey. So I came back and everyone was in their like groups, and I was like, oh, well, fuck. I lost all my friends. But Natalie, who was at so I was at primary school with Natalie, but I wasn't friends with her. And then when we got to secondary school, Natalie was like, took me under her wing and let me be friends with her.
Don't you find it weird that like...
And now like me, Natalie and Jess are all like still like best friends.
But like, don't you find it weird? Like, if you think back from like year 7 at least,
Yeah.
that's where like they'll have their little groups and stuff and that, and then through when you get to year 11, like no one cares about the groups.
Yeah, everyone's a bit more.
Everyone's like
friends
more
with
relaxed
everyone.
and like everyone's like chills, like, oh yeah, whatever, cool.
Yeah.
That's
by
how
the time
I
we
felt.
got to year 11, I would have felt more comfortable kind of talking to anyone. I mean, I still would have like stuck to my people, but I like.
No, of course. But that's how I felt. I started. Yeah, especially year 11, I was like, and everyone else was just kind of like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I'm not bothered. It was like, if you're, they're popular, but you can still talk to them. Yeah, it's gonna sound bad, because in the school it was like the rank lot.
Rank? That's a horrible word.
That's the only way I can describe it. But they were just like the unpopular ones, the ones that they weren't.
Yeah.
But they weren't like, just weren't anything. They weren't labelled.
Yeah.
But like you could even you'll just go like in year 11, people just go talk to them or whatever.
Yeah.
It just all came like a mixture in
Yeah.
year 11.
Yeah.
But like,
I see in my friendship, I was kind of in one of the friendship groups, but the person that kind of bullied me and I did not get on with was also in that group, and everyone was like friends with them, even though they saw what he was doing to me and like saw how horrible he was to me. So that I kind of found that hard, because I was like, why are all these people friends with him when they're literally watching him be horrible to me all the time?
yeah.
But that was kind of the only issue I really had.
No, I mean, yeah, like I said, through a secondary school, Mum was all right, but then there was this one person that came back from my primary school, and because he knew me, he made like a few group mates or whatever, and then that all started again for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I say the worst bit was where I was going to this, we called it, I think it was called ESPA or something like that. It was this like class kind of thing. It wasn't really a class, it was just like a thing where if you had a loved one that passed or whatever, and they've struggled or whatever, which for me was, at that time, was my Uncle Joe, because it was round about year 4 or 5, and then the primary school I didn't really get much help for it, and then secondary school, when they found out, and obviously with my dyslexia and stuff, they put me in that kind of the special class kind of thing. So I remember walking towards that, and he was there with a group of people. I think it was like 2 or 3 of them, so it was like altogether like 4.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I can't be asked this. So I was trying to just like barge through, and they just kept blocking it. And then they kept laughing at that. I was like, just let me through. It's like, stop being a dickheads. Like, and to be fair, like, I proper stood my ground. And they're like laughing. I couldn't remember what they said, because for me it was just all muffled. Because I remember just trying to grab through. He's grabbed me like there, and I've grabbed him there, and I could see him laughing, and I've just got him locked on.
At least you weren't like shy.
Oh no, well, I wasn't. I used to be a very shy kid.
Yeah.
Until I got into performing arts and everything.
Yeah.
And that's when I started getting bullied. But yeah, we had each other like that, and I could see him laughing in my face and looking and they're all laughing, and I just had him locked, and I just literally went.
Did you actually?
Proper.
God.
Glasses. He had glasses on, so his glasses fell off, but didn't really do much. He just literally, because he held me, he just went bang, threw me to the floor, and they all just started kicking me on the floor, like full on. And I mean, fair play to myself, because I got straight back up. Like, even though I was doing it, I literally just like got up and then just walked the other way. And then because I think it was like in year 9 or 10 it might have been, and a year that I knew someone from a year above, he was like good friends with me, and he saw me, he was like, "You alright?" And I was like, "Nah," and I was like crying, I was pissed, I was like, "Nah," And he knew straight away, and he saw the people that because they were following me. He went, oh shit. So then I just went. I can't remember where I went, but then then that all got sorted, and luckily they had CCTV in the school.
So they saw it.
They saw it and everything.
So did they get in trouble or not?
Yeah, they got in trouble. I can't remember if he got expelled for it or whatever. I think he did, like, because I don't remember seeing him again. But yeah, I mean, I've been shoved, kicked. Like, I remember sitting in a classroom, and this ginger boy came in, because I said something to him like a day before, and it was on like a BBM, because he was bullying me. I went, do you know what? Fuck this. And I just went, imagine having the same hair colour as your bag, because he had an orange bag and orange hair. But at that time, I was like, I don't care. I was like, I'm just doing it. Didn't think about the consequences that would happen. It was almost like a retaliation kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next day he came into the classroom, he saw me, pushed me up against the lockers, and just went bang, got into my stomach. I just shoved him off and just went out the classroom. I did ring my mum, started crying. My mum, bless her, she was going, Jacob, do not cry. Show him that you're crying. I went, Mum, I don't care. And I just walked out. I walked out the school, and the teacher going, Jake, where are you going? I was like, I was like, fuck this all. I was like, I'm going home. Luckily, because the high school where I was at, I lived just the other side of the road.
Yeah.
From it. So I was like, I don't care. I literally lived there.
I can't believe you actually stayed and got through school, because fuck that.
No, but this is the thing, when you were saying about the group of mates and stuff, I gradually started having a proper group of mates. Like, we were tight. It was me, Sophie, Izzy.
My mic's not on.
But no, yeah, basically I just, through high school, I was kicked, thrown, like, basically, yeah, just underlined, bullied.
That's really bad.
Yeah. And it wasn't until like college it was fine. After college, like from college upwards, it was fine.
It's been fine, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess that's because you've been surrounded by your people since then, people in your same interests and.
Yeah, so.
Do you know what I mean? You've been surrounded by performing arts people, so.
Yeah, because
they're not going to bully you for liking High School Musical because they like High School Musical.
That's what I mean. I think because I started doing all the performing arts when I was about 9. And because I was like a really shy kid, my mum only took me there which was a group called Blods, and that's where I started to like it, watched High School Musical, fell in love with it, and then just kind of went from there really, and that's just how I've
got into
it, and then also how I wasn't not that shy anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was shoved into baby ballet at the age of 2.
Age of 2?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was 2 or 3. Literally, as early as you could possibly be signed up to baby ballet, I was in there with my ballet shoes on.
I've heard people say, "Oh, I've been dancing coming out of the womb," or
no, I've literally been dancing my whole life.
Would you say that is early?
Yeah,
that's
really early.
Too early, or would you say that's almost a right time? Because for dancers, especially I say your type of dancers, but do you know what I mean? Most of you lot are dancing around that age anyway.
I think it's too early to have it taken seriously. Loads of people take their kids to baby ballet. That's not the issue, because kids need a hobby and activities and stuff to do. But yeah, I started baby ballet at 2, but I was then put in for competitions the second I was allowed to. Do you know what I mean? And I was always the youngest in all of my dance classes because I started so early, and I had when I was a kid, I was quite naturally gifted with dance. I was as a kid I was really good, and I was always in classes with kids that were double my age. I was literally a primary school kid in class with year 10s, secondary school kids, the really older girls. And so I having that pressure and stuff was weird. And I would go to ballet with the Royal Ballet Company, and that was just too much, I think, for a young kid. And it's all I did. So I would go to school and then I'd be at dance all night, every night. And then like on the weekends I'd have like privates or competitions. So my whole life was just dance 24/7. And then by the time I got a bit older, I was like, fuck this, I fucking hate it. And like I'd come home from school and I'd like just sit there bawling my eyes out crying because I didn't want to go to dance. And mum was like, you've got to go to dance, like if you don't go to dance, like you'll regret it. Because like when she was a kid, all she wanted to do was dance. So yeah, but then eventually I think she got sick of me crying all the time and was like, okay, fine, don't go. But like you'll have to do something else. And then that's when I found cheerleading and started doing cheer and fucking loved cheer so much. But also,
isn't that more like an American thing, that cheerleading?
Well, it was, but now it's like massive in the UK as well. Because there was like a documentary that came out on, I can't even remember where it came out, like Netflix or something, I can't remember. And that's when it like became bigger. But it cheers like similar to dancing. Like it's all like there's dance within it, and it's all still like flexibility and stuff. And then fell in love with cheer, and then there was an advert one time on Facebook where a college in Bristol, it was called the Big Act at the time, they put a advertisement up on Facebook that they were doing like a summer musical at the Bristol Hippodrome, and it was Fame, and mum basically like forced me to sign up. So I signed up and I did that, and that's when I was like, oh fuck, this is fun, like I actually really liked that. And that was my first like musical theatre kind of thing that I'd done. Like I'd been in dancing all my life, but I hadn't like done like singing or acting really, or anything like a musical. So that's when I was like, oh okay, I really like this. Like it was a lot more fun. It wasn't like serious competition dancing or bloody ballet with the Royal Ballet Company. It was just fun. So I loved that. And the following year they did Bugs Malone, so I did that again. And the people that did that was the Big Act, which was a musical theatre college in Bristol. So that's how I found them. And then when I did like my GCSEs and I left school, I wanted to go to college there to do like performing arts. But then failed my GCSEs, lol, and was like, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to go. But the guy that runs the school, like absolute angel, love him so much, and he was like, no, I really want you come in here, like we'll make it work, we'll make sure that you can resit your exams and still come to us.
That's good.
Yeah. So then when I was at college, like I got my place there and I went to college there. So from like 8 a.m. till like 6 p.m. or like whatever crazy hours it was, I was at college, like bodycon, jazz, tap, acting, singing, like just all day, like really intense. And then I'd get the train straight to Bath to go to my like resit maths and English lesson, like GCSE classes. And then I'd get home at like 10 o'clock, quickly eat some dinner, go to sleep, and wake up and go back for like my 8 a.m. body conditioning all the way in Bristol. So my first year of college was like really intense. But then I passed my exams and did second year, got into performers. I always say that break I took away from dance like was at such a key time. It really like set me back massively in my dance like career. Like if I hadn't taken the break when I did, oh my god, like the dancer I would be now, like I'd be so much better. But I know I needed that break because I fucking hated it.
Yeah, no, fair.
Like I had to take that time away and then find like the path that I did enjoy.
Yeah.
Like I don't regret stopping it at all. Because still to this day, I remember like how upset I was about it and how much I hated it and wanted to stop. So yeah.
Which kind of shows that you...
Like, yeah. Even though I would be 10,000 times better than I am now, I don't regret it at all. I never needed to do that.
Yeah, because obviously it would have... Even though you might have hated it, you might... If you carried it on, mentally you would have been...
And if I had carried it on, I think as soon as I was old enough to make my own decisions, I would have just stopped completely.
Yeah.
Whereas at least now, like, not as good as I would have been, but at least I'm still in the industry and still, like, enjoying it.
Yeah.
Whereas I think if I had been forced to carry on, I would have just absolutely, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, because I just went to little classes, like, outside of school and just because I would say like especially for our industry, it's good to have that portfolio of like background kind of thing in it.
Yeah.
Because I think what helped me, especially with college, because I've literally only got a C in performing arts.
Yeah.
The teacher said I would have got an A, but because of my writing and everything, I just didn't follow through.
No, I only got
brought me down.
B in dance. I got full marks in practical, and then like absolutely not a single mark in like the writing.
Yeah, it kind of, because with like college as well for me, I brought my portfolio with me because I knew obviously with my when I got my GCSE results, I cried to my mum. But
yeah, I was sobbing in the school.
Yeah, it was like, did you open it in the school? I couldn't. Could not do that.
It's just in my school hall, like absolutely bawling my eyes out, like I'm not going to be able to go to the Megg Act anymore.
I don't know if I did do that actually. I can't remember. I don't think I did. I don't think I did open it in front of everyone. But I remember going to my mum's work and showing her, and was on the balcony, and I just cried my eyes out because I was like, what do I do? But yeah, during like college, when I was trying to get in, I just brought my portfolio, and they said, realistically, I would have been on level 1, which is where you do everything else but performing arts. So it's almost just like being back at school, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
And they were like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So kind of left that. They said come back again. Left that, but then I went back in with my brother Franco, because he also said about just get an apprenticeship, like do barbering or something.
Yeah.
So I could have gone down the barbering route, but because I was pushing it and showed the portfolio and everything, the woman that ran the whole performing arts in college, she just said, look, we can see how much
you want this,
like, and how like passion you've got for it and the background you've got. She said, we'll let you do it, like level 2, but you'll still have to do your English and maths. Oh, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. I'll still do it.
You have to reset your English and maths anyway. Like, it's the law.
Oh, no, yeah, of course. But for me, at that time, I thought that was the only exception. If I wanted to do performing arts, I had to do my English and maths.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm thinking, right, okay, as long as I do those, I can go to that. So I was like, okay, cool, fine. And then, doing it, and then stuff happened in college to do with a girl. Not that great. Very, very bad.
What happened?
Let's just say I fell, back then, I fell in love and didn't go to my classes, like my English and math classes, because they didn't, like most of my people in my class didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, fuck it, alright, go on then. So I bunked most of them off. At the time, my girlfriend, she was, in the nicest way possible, tapped.
Oh.
Yeah, like, because after, I think it was around about summerish time, and I was doing a show I was, because with friends and everything that I had at college, she was manipulating and making me think like they're saying one thing but doing another or whatever. Like, it was all messing with my head and everything, and I obviously believed her. And yeah, there was like a massive fallout, and it was just for me, I just thought it was all them. I was like, oh fuck you, da 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 da. You know, I'm sticking by her, blah blah. And then it all slowly started to come out after a while, and then I was like, okay, this is weird. This is not right.
Like, it slowly started to
it's like realization. So then we had like this house party, and made friends with everyone. like gave him a hug, like because I was friends with this person called Benji, Tanisha, B, and everyone, like, and you know, was giving him a hug, and as I was giving him a hug, like I could see she was right at the back and she was staring, like giving me daggers, and she just didn't like it. So then we was all playing a game. We sat on like these stairs thing at this person's house, because it was only us performing arts song. We sat on these stairs, had my mate Benji behind me, and he was like my best mate during college. And yeah, she just came up to me, went to go whisper in my ear, and went, "We're fucking done, we're over, that's it," and pushes my shoulder and fucked off.
For hugging them?
And,
For hugging them?
For hugging them?
For hugging your friends?
Oh, just, I don't know, to this day I generally don't know. And just the whole thing was, and I just sat there for a good 5 minutes completely in silence, like just spaced out. I was like, what the fuck? And then my mate Benji heard it, got up, stopped music, and went in on her. He literally went, "Fuck you, that boy's been nothing but nice to you, he's been this, that, this, like, yeah, this is how you treat him."
Benji.
He was, honestly, he did not give any shit. He was brilliant. And went in, and it was just silent, and he was like, "We're gonna have a good night, you can fuck off if you want to, but you do not treat my mate like that, blah blah." Played the music and then sat back down, and everyone's like kind of like hugging me, and I just spaced out. I was physically, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then when I realised that she was gone, I just got fucked. I got absolute fucked. But yeah, then I think a couple months later, I'm doing this show in the White Rock Theatre, doing Grease, playing the part Sonny.
Yeah.
And knew some of my mates and everything, like some other people from like Instagram or whatever, and friends of friends. Do you know what I mean? Like, because obviously that industry is quite small.
Yeah.
And the person,
everyone knows everyone.
Yeah. And yeah, got a phone call of her. I was like, okay, this is weird. Turns out she was pregnant.
What, with you?
Huh?
With your kid?
And that kind of threw me off and everything.
Was it your kid?
And then I kind of didn't know what to do. And had a phone call from my mum saying Jacob just had been on the phone call with such and such mum as well. Like, what the hell's going on? Blah blah. Like, all this is just coming out, and I've got, you know, I had to drag myself out of rehearsals from the show. And one of the person that played, I think it was the person, yeah, it was the person that played Kaniki. I got good mates with, was good friends with him, because when we was doing the audition, we was batting it out to try and be Kaniki, like who could be the better Kaniki. But then we became friends, and he was like kind of helping me and everything. And I told him, he was like, "You alright?" Because I was just out of it when I came back in. And then I told the woman that does the choreographer, I told her what was going on. She made sure that I was okay every single day that I was going there. And yeah, it just was an ongoing thing. Turns out, like, when she was saying that she had all these cramps and that and stuff, I was getting grilled by my mum, like saying I need to step up and now and everything, like being all silly, stupid. But obviously my mum was my mum's gonna say that, do you know what I mean? Because I can't remember what year this was. Probably when I would have been about 18, about 17, I think, 17, 18, something like that. I can't really remember. And yeah, it just, my head was completely gone. But yeah, a couple of months later, a couple of weeks later or so, turns out she went to the doctors, saying that she had cramps and stuff, but she then when she went to the doctors, she was saying, "Oh, I'm all right now. I'm okay." But the doctor said, "We're going to advise a scan anyway, just in case."
Yeah.
She's done a scan, and I was like, I don't know if there was something there. To this hour, I don't actually know.
What, if she was pregnant?
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
No, this is what I mean. And then I saw, because I blocked her and everything, I saw when I was going into my 3rd year, that she put up a post. I couldn't tell you the time. I just remember how I'm seeing stuff.
Yeah.
I remember being in college at the time, in my 3rd year, and my mate Ollie, because I blocked her, he screenshotted it, sent it to me, and said, "Mate, have you seen this?" I went, "No, I've got it blocked and everything." And I saw the screenshot he sent me, and it was obviously the date of the kid, but it's passed away. So it was like a miscarriage.
What?
Yeah, it was like a miscarriage, and I ain't gonna lie, I felt happy as fuck.
Oh.
But I also was like, my mind was gone. My mind was complete fucked, because I don't know if it was true or not. I could not tell you if that generally happened or the whole thing was fake, because the dates that we were given and like saying, didn't line up or nothing, and everyone was like, "What, this does this?" So yeah, that era was just
I can't believe
complete
you never
mind
told me
fuck.
that before.
Well, it's not something you bring up,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah. Fucking hell.
I've I've had an odd childhood.
I've had a traumatic childhood.
Yeah. I think that's why doing therapy out in Turkey did me good.
Yeah.
Because when I was explaining it to the bloke who I was probably crying nearly every session. But
I'm not surprised.
That's also, I think, also the reason where I bottled everything up.
Yeah, you massively bottle things up.
Yeah, so it kind of, and what I say, I think, before saying them, because do you know when people say, "Oh, you okay?" But like, yeah, I'm fine. It's one of those where like I'm prepared. I know what I'm gonna say to throw people off, to like kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Just to think nothing of it.
Yeah.
But I think doing the therapy and that, I think that's helped. And now it's just like, yeah, that happened. Not many people know about that happened. So.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
You had it at birth. I had it through.
Get out. Oh my god.
Yeah. I think what helped as well was knowing that my family were there as well.
Yeah.
Like, even though my mum was grilling at me and that, she knew, at the end of the day, she knew that was something, like, she knew that she's gonna have to help, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, your mum was always going to be there.
Yeah, because, I mean, she had kids when she was 16.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't really, if my mum was going to grill me, and, I mean, I could, at that moment in time, I couldn't turn around and go, "Well, you ain't got a leg to stand on." Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just,
yeah.
Because she's had experience.
Yeah.
So she can grill me and say she wants the best for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then obviously, yeah, that all happened. And then after college, I left college halfway through to do Butlins. Because when did you go to Blue? Because I went to Butlins in 2019.
I graduated uni in 2021 or 2020.
Did you go straight to Blue?
Graduated in 2021 and then started Blue in 2022. So I graduated summer of 2021 and then started like New Year, well, just after New Year.
Because COVID was what, 2020, wasn't it? Like roughly 2020.
2019, 2020, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it happened like halfway through my first year, I want to say.
What?
And then most of my second year was like COVID.
Yeah.
And then I went back for third year. Pretty much, I think. My memory's shocking. I think it was something like
No,
that.
because I think, yeah, because like I said, like, yeah, because I joined Butlins 2019, and because I think as well with, like I said, with our industry, it was just, as long as you can do it, grades ain't mean shit.
Oh no, grades mean nothing.
Like especially for our industry. I'm sorry, but
I mean, you have to have your GCSEs because companies won't hire you if you don't have your GCSEs. But apart from that,
but would you, like, if you were like a good, like, if you had your own company or whatever, or agency, would you go for someone that's
I'd do experience over
yeah, you would do experience over grades.
Yeah, like no one's ever asked me what degree I got.
No,
they just know I have a degree, but they don't know what grade of degree I've got.
I think the only time I sent my degree or whatever you call it.
You've got a degree?
Well, I've got a piece of paper saying that I've passed from college.
Yeah, that's A-level. That's what, it's a BTEC.
Yeah, which was a pass from my English and maths.
Oh, that's GCSEs.
I just scraped them.
Yeah, that's GCSEs.
Oh, I failed one of them because I remember when I was going to training, my mum said, "Oh, your GCSEs have come through." I went, "Okay." She said, "Do you not want to know?" I went, "Mum, I'm travelling halfway up the fucking country right now just to go to do shows and characters and all that. Like, am I really that bothered?" She went, "You sure you don't want to know?" I went, "You can tell me if you want to." And I had my performing arts one there as well. She said, "Do you want?"
Did you not work like really hard for that? You didn't want to know what you got?
I think because as well, I didn't want to be reminded by that era.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because one, obviously will that happen, but two, like, in my head I'm going, I took a step back and thinking, look what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I started knuckling down afterwards to try and get it, but what I'm doing now, was it worth it? Like when I got the job and when we was doing like.
But did you not have to have GCSEs to get your job at Butlins?
I don't remember them asking for me. I remember saying I was still in college, because then at the time I was doing a show called Elf and I played Buddy.
Yeah.
Great show that was. That was probably one of my favourite shows to do because it was just me. And when they rang me in December to do it, and I was like, I can't do it because I'm the lead part in this show. And they said, that's fine, we'll ring you back next year. I was like, yeah, that's fine. So then rang me up in April, literally on my birthday as well. And said, yeah, we'll accept you. But like doing the audition, they didn't ask me for GCSEs, they didn't ask me like what I've got, nothing. No. So yeah. And then obviously
grades mean literally fuck all.
And then obviously when going into Turkey for Holiday Village, HV, I already knew a few people.
Yeah, that work for the company.
Work for the company, and that's already got my foot in the door.
Yeah.
So
this industry is all about who you know.
Yeah.
Completely, and like people's opinions and stuff on you, it's all, everyone talks in this industry.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
So if you go to an audition, you can guarantee that someone in that room will have heard of you or known of you from somewhere.
Oh yeah, because it's like what you do here.
Yeah. Everyone knows everyone.
Yeah, someone that you work with right now, Elliot.
Yeah, you worked with him in Butlins.
Yeah, I knew him from Butlins.
Yeah, yeah.
Tag, I knew two people that I used to work with through Butlins as well. I mean, most of mine have been through Butlins. That's how it's like a stepping stone there for me. But like even before when I did, when I was at Butlins, one of the dancers there, he knew the choreographer that I did in Greece, in White Rock. He said, how do you know this person? And I went, oh, I did the Greece, and she was my choreographer, like she did the moves or whatever. He went, oh, I think she taught him or something or whatever when he was younger. I was like, oh, mad.
Yeah, literally everyone knows everyone.
Like, so it's crazy. Yeah, I mean that's mainly us.
This is way too long.
This is so long.
Really sharp.
I mean, to be fair, I talk the most because
You had some pretty deep stories there.
Yeah, very.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. This is what I mean. Like, this was us, and
Sorry,
it was.
I'm really uncomfy now.
No, I suppose, yeah. But this was, yeah, us.
That's us, guys. I've got horny syndrome and you've got traumatic.
I don't know what to say now. I've said everything. I'm like, this is gonna go out.
That was a therapy session in itself.
Literally. Like, this is gonna go out.
You can cut things out if you want
Nah,
to.
I'll be fine. I mean, no, some bits will probably be cut. But I think mainly, what I would like to say is, don't bully.
Don't be a dick. There's no need.
If you're gonna, especially with this industry, if you're gonna do something like this, our industry, be known that people know people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even though we did say grades mean, I definitely did say grades don't mean
No, they don't.
fuck all.
No.
But still
Go to school.
Still go to school, like, because depending on what you want to do, because my brother wants to be in the army, and but there's a certain bits that he wanted to do, but he needs A levels.
Yeah.
But he didn't do A levels, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, great. For
So,
some things, grades
that's what I mean.
definitely matter.
Yeah.
It's just for our industry, they don't
It's-
really.
As long as you've got a good,
If
I'd say,
you
good
wanna be a
background.
doctor, grades matter. Do you know what I
If
mean?
you're a doctor, I bloody hope you've got grades and you've had
Yeah.
experience of doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because I'm not having no amateur like happen to you.
Well,
That's what I mean.
exactly.
Otherwise,
Exhibit
you
A.
end up that. All right. I'm joking.
You end up like that.
But no, I mean, and then it kind of just leads into, like I said, with Turkey, with us two, and how we met. Just meeting out in Turkey.
Yeah.
Which is the next episode, really.
Yes. Yeah.
We're literally just gonna say our best moments and best things.
Yeah.
In
God, what
Turkey.
a fucking year that was.
That,
For both of us, like the
Like I said-
lowest of lows.
like I said,
and the highest of highs.
like I said, I did therapy out in Turkey.
So did I. Two people that had never ever had therapy in their lives had to start therapy whilst on that season.
Well, let's not say anymore.
So that's
let's
that.
just wait until next week.
Quite the season.
Yeah, until next week or until when that uploads.
Whenever that gets posted.
If
I'm sure we'll have some.
depending
fun
if this
stories.
one likes it or not. So yeah. But no, you probably could tell with the edit and stuff. Most things would be cut down in this one, but we hope you enjoyed. Very very interesting one or something. Would you say? Like,
Well, I certainly learned a lot.
yeah, I think I just realised that I can chat and I can, if I opened, I can just let it out.
It's good to let it out.
I think what for me as well, once I say it and carry on and no one stops me, it's what do you call it? Like you said, word diary. You said that before.
Yeah.
It just carries on
Yeah.
until
The whole story
it gets
out.
cut or the whole story's out. Then
But it is good to have, like, it's good to do that sometimes.
no.
I feel like sometimes you do need to, like, offload, like, the heavy shit.
Honestly, knowing it and doing it, because I was scared. I was genuinely scared of doing that.
What about talking about that?
Yeah, I would genuinely say, just letting it out
Talking always helps.
would help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though that happened, like, years ago and you're like,
Yeah.
fine now. You get upset. Don't get upset. You don't make me get upset.
Oh God!
No.
Wow, I'm crying on the pod.
You're gonna put this in?
Yeah. Views, mate. Views.
Go on, thumbnail. You look really sad.
No, but I think generally, like, for someone that's like, you don't really think really if you you see other people go through it and stuff, and you kind of think, like, for me, I've just genuinely thinking, I was like, oh, no, that's whatever, cool.
Yeah.
Like, and I think I kind of grew up of not saying much and not just, you know, just dealing with it. Because, well, like, I think what also started it was, because I remember saying it to my saying it to my, whatever you call it now, was with my dad.
Yeah.
And I think that's what also didn't help, was he took the piss out of me doing that, like doing the stuff that I do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I haven't seen him since year 6 onwards. And I think that just, and knowing all the old, like the stuff that happened in the past with my mum telling me, and obviously you've seen with, well, I mean, you only saw a little bit with the House of Time Tailways that I was on.
Yeah.
Which is a program that helps kids like sleep, eat, all sorts. And I was on it. There's some bits I genuinely cannot watch because of him.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't ever call him Dad. I'll just say Steve.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I think that's what started that. And obviously that just kind of builds up. And then obviously when it came to Turkey, I had a full-on, rough parts.
Yeah.
There was like, I had explosions, I had sleep problems, all sorts.
No sleep.
Yeah. But no, yeah, generally saying it, letting it out, it's weird to actually go.
Even if it happened like years and years ago,
Yeah,
it still helps to talk about it like
it's generally
years later.
It's generally like it, to admit it and say, yeah, that does help.
Yeah.
It's weird, and for me, like, I would have gone, nah, that wouldn't help. I don't care. Like, just, you know, get on with it and just carry on. But just to say and go, nah, that does generally help.
Yeah. But and the thing is, like, most people have gone through like something shit that, like, I feel like everyone's got something in their past that no one else would really know about.
Yeah. Like, you just heard all that and you were like, fuck.
Even I didn't know any of that. Yeah.
You wouldn't think it though, would you?
No.
Like, you
no.
like, and most people wouldn't, because
you're very good at hiding stuff and like bottling it up.
And I think that's why, because of the job that I'm in, helps. Going on stage or whatever, that's someone else. That's Jacob. That's backstage. That's he's in the wings. He's in the green room. Do you know what I mean? And I think you've
got like Jacob up here, and then like a Jacob that everyone sees.
Yeah, it's a mask.
Yeah.
It's generally like,
you don't want letting people in.
Nah. And I would generally say what would have hurt the most would be like First Love and my dad. Like, those main two, I would say that's what
the biggest things.
Where I was, okay, I'm protecting myself. I'm, you know, bang, up. But Turkey, you know, and everything else is just broken it and just, you know.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But, right, we need to wrap this one up because we're going to carry on talking. Because we need to talk about Turkey.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's going to be a very hard edit, I'll tell you that. Watching this back. Do you
want me to edit this?
Nah, I'll be alright.
Alright then, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's definitely been a bit different to the others, but I think in a good way.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Down a bit.
Yeah, 100%. I think very, I've got nothing to say with now, really.
My story sounds rubbish now.
Well, no, because
it's broken nerves.
Yeah, but that's interesting.
Not as interesting as all yours.
No, it is your mum.
Oh, yours isn't it? Yours is just sad.
I wouldn't say interesting. It'd just be like, what the fuck? Something you would watch on a soap or something. What I said. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? I reckon there'll be more people that watch this that relate than you'd think. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
100%.
Do you think?
Not necessarily to your like exact,
No.
you know,
yeah.
stories, but that have very similar like major events that have really affected and like shaped
Like relationships, like
anything.
with like partners, school, parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because mine was all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Get a therapist, they're great.
Or even if it's just like your best friend.
Yeah, just talk to the people that
just,
are around you.
even if it is your parents, because I mean, for me, I'll find it hard to talk to my mum about this.
Yeah.
100%. But sometimes it is.
Sometimes it's
Easier
harder
with a
to talk
stranger.
to the people that care about you most because you know they care. It's out of care and love. They're going to be like, oh my god, what, like, are you okay? What can I do? And you kind of don't want that fuss.
Yeah.
Or like that attention around it, which is why sometimes it can be
I think,
easier to talk to a complete stranger because they will just give you general, like they'll just listen and give you general advice. They're not gonna make it into like a big thing.
Yeah.
Whereas someone that really cares about you can make it into like a big thing because they're, you know, like upset for you sort of thing.
Be kind. You know, if you're gonna do this industry as well, like what we've said, just have experience. You know, just get yourself out there, get your face out there. You know, do what you can. And obviously with the bits that I've said, just, you know, it does generally help to talk and just say. So yeah.
There we go.
On that note, I hope
you
everyone's enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I hope
this is definitely going to be a long one. Hope that's okay.
Yeah, I know, because some
we'll
people.
We'll try and make the next one a bit shorter.
Yeah, I know some people have said like.
They're too long.
It's
Sorry.
too long, like, but.
Can't help it.
To be fair, those other ones were just places that we've been to.
Yeah.
So, and this one.
This is a deep one. Allow it.
Yeah, yeah, we can say that. But no, next one, you're gonna like.
Little turkey story time.
It's turkey story and it's gonna be a lot jollier.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about just our experience.
Funny nights out.
Funny stories.
Yeah.
And I would say how we got together in Turkey, but near towards the end.
Yeah.
So, but no, stay tuned for that when that goes out. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, that's because of this one. But no, you have been watching Stirring the Tea with myself, Jacob.
And me, Meg.
And we'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.